Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for mid-August 2024. This month, whatever, we're going to get started. You have this Blessed Ideas card. It says, allow your ideas to come to fruition and they will bring you many blessings. You have this Moth Spirit. It says, appreciate where you are in your journey instead of wishing it were easier or different. Yeah, I think things are starting to turn around for you here, Capricorn. I just did a reading with a lovely Bonnie yesterday. And in that reading, I kind of said something about, oh, I remember what I said, Capricorn. I said that it's almost like you are, busting out of a giant cake naked. That's what I said in that reading. So I think that you are about to kind of bust out into the real world. And by the way, this is the reason I said it, is because you had the Hermit. I remember this. And so you had the Hermit. And I got this feeling that at this time, Capricorn is about to kind of like reveal their true self. But it's like you're doing this. Maybe you're not necessarily doing anything other than what you've been doing all along, but you could be kind of like showing it to the world in a certain way. So it's like, let's say you've always thought about having a business. You could all of a sudden be kind of like putting that business out into the world here. And that's what I meant when I said that you were jumping out of a cake naked, right? Is that you are kind of showing the world what you're made of in a lot of ways. And I think you've been preparing for this like pretty much all year. Pluto's gone over the cusp between you and Aquarius multiple times. I think Pluto energy in your sign has been very heavy. And now it's like, now you've done all the internal work with having Pluto in your sign. And it's in there, basically right now. It's going to move into Aquarius officially in November. But I think you're ready to like bust out. You have the Justice card, the Page of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Justice card is a card of balance, and it's also a card of equal give and take and cause and effect. And so I think that you are receiving justice in the sense that, the things you put your energy into are producing a better result. This whole entire reading is kind of like a better result for the work that you do. You have the Page of Cups. There, as always, a little bit of love in your reading. So if you want love, you have the Page of Cups. Could be a water sign. Could be any sign that's coming in for you. But you also have the Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Four of Wands is marriage. Ten of Pentacles, to me, is the best love card in the deck. Yes, it's a Pentacle card, but Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. So if you're hoping for a connection, I do feel that there could be a new connection coming in for you. Like I said, it could be a water sign. You also have Virgo. You have Libra as well so far. You have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo as well with the World card. So, it could be any sign, but definitely could be I do feel that is like an admirer or someone who's interested in you. You have the Nine of Pentacles. The funny thing is you're probably just focused on yourself, and that's probably exactly why you're attracting love, right? I always tell people, like, focus on themselves more, like, not in a selfish way, but, it's like, I think we should all focus on ourselves. Like, most people, it's like they enter into a relationship, and they change. They become someone different, but then it's like that person is falling in love with someone who isn't real, right? So I think we all need to kind of, like, get more in touch with who we are, and then not change when you get into a relationship. If there are things you like to do, say it. If there are things you want to do and you don't want to spend 24/7 with the person, say it, right? I'm getting that energy of like really needing to kind of like stick up for your stuff that you like to do, your hobbies, your interests, all that other stuff. And I think maybe, for those of you interested in love, it's like those are the things that maybe you have a habit of putting to the side when you get into something. But I think like all those things would be the reason someone, like the right person, would actually fall in love with you, right? And I know that sounds lame, cliche, whatever, but I think people make love way too complicated. And I think just making sure that you're standing up for yourself in the sense that you do the things you love to do, you'll be fine. I think you need to do this in your life anyway, even if you don't have love. Nine of Pentacles is about creating heaven on earth. And it's like, what is the point of life if you're not doing the things that you love or carving out the time? And sometimes I feel with the Nine of Pentacles, she's just saying that you need to do more of the things that nurture your soul, right? And she's pre-Empress energy. The Empress is the ultimate nurturer. So I think you need to nurture yourself more is really what that's saying. Also a great card for money. With the Justice card, you have the Hangman. I literally feel like the Hangman is saying that you're experiencing the opposite side of the scale. It's like maybe things have not been going your way, Capricorn. And I think, the Hangman is all about a new perspective. So I feel like you are getting the perspective of the other side. And now, the same thing goes for work as well, in business. It's like if there are certain things you did to get to a certain point, in your business, then you need to keep doing those things. I always tell a story. Like I had a friend when I was younger, and he was very successful in real estate, and he was like doing a lot of things to make sure he was being successful. But he got to a certain point, and he stopped doing the things that were making him successful. And guess what happened? He lost all his money. So, keep doing the things that make you very successful, right? With the Page of Cups, you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, there is clear you are either attracted to a person or they're attracted to you, or both. Take it how it resonates, but you literally could be meeting a person that you will marry in the future. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, I feel like there's like either an age difference or something. I feel like this person, I'm not sure if it's you or them, but if you're meeting a person, it's like either they're a little bit resistant at first or you are a little bit resistant at first. But I don't know. I think you'll overcome it. Not even worried about it. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. Like I said at the beginning, showing the world, what you're made of. The Three of Pentacles is about showing your work. He is showing that he has completed his work to these people right here. And the Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work as well. So I think that the work that you do kind of speaks for itself. And this work could be leading to a lot of success. This card here, it said, allow your ideas to come to fruition and they will bring you many blessings. So I think that some of you are sitting on some ideas even that could bring in a lot of success, but you have to express those ideas in the world. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have passion. This card says the soul. I literally just said your soul on the Nine of Pentacles. Something about it, I forgot already. You have this fire card. It says ignition on it. So I feel like the ignition card is saying turn that key, get started on whatever you're thinking about getting started on. And I think that there will be a lot of success. There is definitely something about like your soul's connection to what you love. Like I feel that Nine of Pentacles is saying you need to, if there are hobbies that you're not doing or just like things that you've always enjoyed and you're not inviting any of that joy into your life, like those things I am convinced are the things that feed our soul, like the things that we love to do. And I think your soul needs more food is really what this, part of this reading is saying. And it's not bad either. Like there are no negative cards that are saying, oh, like you're suffering or anything like that. But, again, I think the reading is saying like, do something. You have this Seven of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Hermit. The Seven of Wands is a card of putting up boundaries. Seven of Wands could also say that you feel like you're not ready, and I really feel like saying you're never going to feel like you're ready to do something, so you might as well do it right now. Seven of Wands is kind of like he had to rush out of the house to protect his position at the top of this hill. He has two different shoes on, or like a shoe and a boot on right here. And he has two different shoes because he feels like he had to rush out of the house to defend his position. So again, I just kind of get the feeling that you are wanting to commit to something right here with the Four of Wands, and it's probably something that will set you free. I always say that with the Four of Wands, usually whatever we're committing to, it does not have to be love. Could be a business idea, a career, a new direction, learning something new. It could be anything. Whatever we commit to, when we make that commitment, the Four of Wands is a card of freedom. And so when we make the commitment, we are set free. And I feel this is saying, make the commitment to a more free life, or, and part of having a free life is, again, being able to do the things that feed your soul, which I think is what this reading is encouraging you to do for sure. I also feel that if you are getting married, or if you are committing to something, it's clearly going to lead to a lot of abundance and success with that Ten of Pentacles. With the Virgo card here, the Hermit, I think that you need to burst out into the world. Like I said, it's like a big surprise type of thing where you're like busting out into the world. I do think people could be surprised. We even have, the Three of Cups, which the Three of Cups can represent your community or the people around you. So again, I think that people could be, it's kind of like one of those things where people all of a sudden be like, where the hell did you come from? That type of energy. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ten of Cups. Yes. Very good. Whenever we have these two together, this is very positive. The Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. So a lot of you are clearly entering into just a very, positive period of time after a difficult period of time. So there are clear improvements showing up. With the Four of Wands, you can't make this up. You have the Hierophant. I'm telling you right now, if you have your eye on a person, I would go for it. This right here is amazing. Ten of Cups is happy home, happy family. And kind of like the funny thing that's popping into my head is like, maybe you think you're going to be happy with this person, but I actually think you're going to be very happy with this person, with that, with that Ten of Pentacles. It's like Ten of Cups is good, and I think most people would be perfectly happy if they had the Ten of Cups, but I don't think you're just going to have, this isn't a person you just have Ten of Cups with. This is like Ten of Pentacles, which is better. With the Hermit, you have the Nine of Cups, all about fulfilling yourself, right? The Nine of Cups, sure, it can represent a wish, but the Nine of Cups, the story of the Nine of Cups is that this guy is about to have a feast, and he looks chubby because he's about to have a feast. And it says that he's chubby because he has had a feast before. So the Nine of Cups is really a clue to us in a reading that we need to be in the energy of exactly what we want to get it. So if you want love, you have to be in love, right? A great way to be in love is to go do the things that you love to do. Same thing with money. To have abundance, we have to be in the energy of abundance. We can express gratitude. We can just go be around something that makes us feel abundant, and then we will attract it. So the Nine of Cups is all about being the energy that you want to be. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this unreliable card. It says you're struggling with finishing things that you start. Start only one thing at a time and start small and believe you're a finisher. Yes, I think that you have an idea. Like that first card said, whatever it says, I can't read it. Too far away. I need glasses at this point. But what I would say here is that, again, I think you have an idea. You need to see it through to the end. It's probably something that you're fearing a loss over. You have this loss card. It says a major phase of your life is ending. Embrace the newness. Yes, I think that cusp of, Capricorn and Aquarius is the death of establishment. I mean, you are being asked to, let something go so that you can have something greater. And all Capricorns are dealing with this. So I think that part of your story is kind of ending and a new part of your story is beginning. And I kind of feel there is a little bit of fear. Like if you have a big business idea with the Ten of Pentacles, but you already have a business that's successful, I think the thing that you're dealing with, which we talk about pretty much every single reading, and we talk about it because that's what the astrology is doing for you right now. And what I would say is you've been dealing with this for a while, going back and forth, thinking like, do I move in a new direction? Do I keep doing what I've been doing? I think it's time for you to change your story because you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is really everything you want and desire. I think that there's a lot of success, a lot of abundance available to you, especially if you're starting something new. You have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a celebration, happiness, community. The Ten of Cups is also a card of community. And so, like I said at the beginning of the reading, I think that people are seeing your success, or people are about to see your success, and they could be celebrating with you. These three ladies are celebrating a harvest as well. So if you've been worried about money, but you've been putting the work in to make something happen, some of you could be experiencing like a windfall of cash, or you could be experiencing money coming in from the work that you're doing. Because again, this is a harvest. You had to put the work in to make it happen. And, that's what you could be celebrating. You have the Six of Swords. I pretty much already said it, that you're probably moving on from something that has been established in your life for a long time, but do not fear it. I think that you need to realize that you're going to be able to build your next stage in your life much faster because you have all this knowledge, wisdom, and information. These swords, they represent all the lessons, all the things that these two people here have been through, or the woman and the child, right? So they're not bringing anything with them except their experiences, and they are completely starting over. So again, you are not starting from a place of nothing. You are starting from a place of knowledge and wisdom, and maybe that's what you need to realize. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Cups. Yes, walking away from something. You're walking towards something better. Again, it's funny that, the Ten of Cups is good, but the Ten of Pentacles is better. And that's kind of what I feel. It's like maybe some of you are fearing walking away from a business or a career that you're working on right now. But what you're walking towards is much, much better. Now, I want to stress that I would not just up and quit a job right now. I would make sure you have something first. Like, obviously, don't just quit. That's not what I'm suggesting. Some people take it that way, and I'm like, no. Don't just quit, obviously get something first, but, what you're walking towards is better. With the Three of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords says, be careful of repeating a cycle. And so Nine of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare. I'm not too worried about this. You know what's really weird is almost everyone has had the Nine of Swords in this set of readings. So sometimes, I think that when a card repeats itself, it's just a collective energy. And the Nine of Swords is about like a never-ending nightmare. Nine of Swords is about kind of like having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in the nightmare. So sometimes I think we just have to get out of bed and we just have to go do something new. The story of the Nine of Swords is that he's in pain, but he's not in enough pain to make a change. He has this comfort blanket right here. So the comfort blanket kind of says that, again, he is in pain, but he's still got like a little bit of something that's providing comfort. It's kind of like if you have a job, maybe you're kind of getting paid enough, but kind of not, and maybe it kind of sucks, but it kind of doesn't, and you're in that limbo type energy where you're going back and forth. And the Nine of Swords says, no, it's time to rip the Band-Aid off and get that comfort blanket off your lap and go make a change, right? So if you're stuck in a situation like that where it's kind of okay, but kind of not, then I would make the change. With the Six of Swords, you have the Six of Cups, yes. Two sixes. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I love two sixes. Two sixes kind of are confirmation for your path. They say that you're going in the right direction. You're doing the right things that you need to do at this time to get to where you're going. At the end here for the good stuff, you have this Harlequin card. It says, true feelings are masked. You have this Caduceus. It says, you will receive news from afar. So, again, some of you, again, I said this at the beginning of the reading, that I didn't even see this card, and I was saying on that Nine of Pentacles that I think you need to present yourself to a person exactly as you are. Like, if there are things that you think are weird or, whatever, maybe you're into feet or something like that, I don't know. And I'm not here to judge whatever you're into, right? It's like, I think you need to speak up, Like, don't be afraid to tell a person that you collect Pokemon or something like that. It's like whatever weird thing that you think is weird that would turn someone off or whatever. It's like, I think this person would be more attracted to the real you. So for those of you that are looking for love, don't, mask who you are, is what this is basically saying. I also feel like there could be good news coming in for you with that Caduceus card. You have the Devil, which is you, the World, which is you, and the Three of Wands. So the Devil showing up in the area of the good stuff is just your energy. And whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength. I do kind of feel like you could be attracting a person, who might be, there's like a little resistance here. I said it at the beginning of the reading. It's like maybe you're attracting a person who's been through something very similar to what you've been through in love. So you might notice that. You might notice maybe the person's like a little standoffish at first, or, maybe they're distant, or maybe they don't kind of like overinvest in things like that. So just something to pay attention to with the Devil. Again, I don't think it's like that big of an issue that you need to, worry about it or anything. You have the World, which is also your card here, Capricorn. So the World can represent like an accomplishment, an achievement, or you kind of standing on top of the world, you people noticing you, which I really feel is what this is talking about. Like I said earlier, it's almost like you're bursting out into the world. You are kind of showing the world who you are. But I don't think, it's not like you're just doing what you've been doing all along. I think maybe if you're like thinking about launching something, you're launching it. If you've been working on a project, you're presenting it, right? So that's how I feel like you are putting yourself out into the world. It's like you're not actually doing anything. Well, you are, but it's not like you have to try hard to do this. You have the Three of Wands, so again, definitely expanding out into the world. The Three of Wands is a card of growth and expansion, and expanding into the world. So again, like I said, I feel like you are expanding, plain and simple, with the Three of Wands. I would also focus on things that make you feel expansive. With the Devil, you have the Judgment card. Judgment is about waking up or kind of like answering the call. And I do feel that this is more tied to those two sixes. It's like saying that you are answering the call in the sense that you're on the right path and you are kind of building or creating something. Again, that Moth Spirit, not that card. The Blessed Ideas card. It says, allow your ideas to come to fruition and they will bring many blessings. Again, maybe you are finally following through on a plan or an idea that you have. So there you go. With the World, you have the Page of Wands. Getting out into the world is super important right now. I think that there is a lot of hermit energy just in the ethers, right? And so I think that all of us need to get out of the house, go do something fun, go enjoy yourself, go, do something that you like to do, right? And if we do that, kind of expands the world. With the Three of Wands, you have the Star card here. And sorry, I just hit the mic. With the Star card, there could be blessings coming in for you. The Star could also say that, like, you are the star. You have the opportunity to stand out, to get a lot of attention. You have the opportunity for people to notice you and all that other stuff. You have the Stork card. It says news of a birth or new business opportunity. Whatever this idea is, I think most of you, maybe not all of you, but most of you have a blessed idea, and you need to follow through on that idea. You have this dog barking. It says advice from a friend. Yeah, I think it's an amazing time for connection. So, if you need any help at all, I think having a person that you can bounce ideas off of, or a person you can connect with, not even on like a love level, but we're talking about just to, bounce ideas off of. I think having a person like that will be a good thing. You have this parrot card. It says someone will gossip about you and all your secrets. Hey, you're worth talking about here, Capricorn. It's like clearly you're doing things that people are talking about. Great. I love when people talk about me. It always gives me a lot of attention, right? So I'll take it. It's free attention. You should be embracing it, and you should kind of like just use it to your advantage, right? So if people are talking about you, it means that you're worth talking about. You have this purse card that says pay attention to your finances. I think your finances are increasing, but also since like 2023, pretty much every single person in every single reading I do gets a card like this. I think we're just in a time where we should keep an eye on our finances. It's just that simple. You have the staff that says you will be taken care of in difficult times. So yeah, so like you have nothing to worry about. I think that you have plenty of good things. This card always reminds me of like Les Brown. I don't know exactly what he says. I've been listening to a lot of Les Brown again lately, and but he says during hard times your reasons will be your rod and your staff that comfort you, or something like that. I don't know. I might be misquoting it, but he basically says that having a reason why you are doing something or trying to accomplish something will get you through the hard times. But I kind of feel like this is saying like your idea that is going to be successful will get you through hard times. So I don't think that I think it's talking about globally hard times. I think you will be doing perfectly fine because you're working on an idea or something that's meant to work. So this looks amazing here, Capricorn. I love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.